I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Food Independence.
This week we're making high protein recipes for America's birthday. First on the menu, Coca-Cola glazed boneless wings. Next, an epic high protein mashup of cheeseburger hot dogs. And finally, a mouth-watering anabolic apple pie. Now let's crack a Coke Zero and get ready to roll. First, we're gonna set up our mixing station with 2 bowls. Now in one bowl is gonna go our low-fat buttermilk. Like to give this a good shake beforehand. Then we're gonna do our organic breadcrumbs. Best brand right here, Trader Joe's. It's not even close. Line our air fryer with one of these little air fryer liner papers. Then we're gonna take our boneless, skinless chicken breast, which if you've watched this series at all, you will know, dice and prep ahead of time. It cuts down on your workload, cuts down on your prep time. It'll make life a hell of a lot easier. And then we're just gonna go right down the assembly line. Dunk in our buttermilk, give a nice coat in the breadcrumbs. Look how perfect that is. And into the air fryer we go. Give these a quick spritz with our 0-calorie avocado oil. You should have this on hand. It is one of the best ingredients ever. We're gonna pop this in the air fryer, 375 for 12 minutes, ought to be perfect. Now while our boneless wings are frying, we can mix up our Coca-Cola glaze. You're gonna take a little saucepan. We're gonna add a 1/4 cup of one of these little Coke Zeros. Nothing beats that sound. Now I know what you're thinking. What are you supposed to do with the rest of the Coke Zero? Drink it. I don't care what anybody says. This tastes as good as a regular Coke. Fight me. A couple tablespoons of our Swerve brown sugar. I'm going with G. Hughes. Big fan of this brand. Sweet and spicy just to give it a little bite. And it's sugar-free if you care about that sort of thing. A couple tablespoons of our blue agave. Now I know you might be saying, wait a second, you're using sugar-free barbecue sauce and then just adding sugar to it? Exactly. As I've discussed before, we can add fat, sugar, salt to our ingredients. We can't really take it out. This way, we can control how much goes in. We can make our food sugary, but we want to do it on our terms. A couple tablespoons of some plain old ketchup. And finally, a teaspoon of our Worcestershire. This. Give this a quick stir. We're gonna throw our cover on, which is gonna make it cook faster. We're gonna bring this to a boil. Now, do you need to add Coke Zero? No, you could get a good taste with just regular old barbecue sauce, but let's be honest.
Do you really want to live in a world without Coca-Cola?
My name's Clark Hill. I'm an online fitness coach, occasional impressions guy,
We're eating a viral recipe I found on TikTok.
but most importantly, I love to eat. Now, I'm taking you behind the scenes to show you what I eat,
Boneless, skinless chicken thighs.
why I eat it,
This is one of the tricks I like to use if I'm cutting.
and how you can make it yourself to reach your fitness goals, enjoying every bite. I'm pulling back the curtain on everything. In this series, you'll see the good,
This looks amazing.
the bad,
So I think this is gonna be better going in 2 mugs.
and the macro-friendly. Welcome to my kitchen.
And once we've got this nice boil, all we're gonna do is reduce the heat. It's gonna let that thicken up. Give this just a quick stir to make sure it's not getting all lumpy. I gotta take a little taste of this. It's so hard to describe, but you really can taste just a little bit of the carbonation and the kick of the Coke. That little montage I just did, that was worth it. Now all that's left to do is add our boneless wings to our Coca-Cola glaze. And the best thing about these little air fryer liners is that all you have to do for a smooth transfer is literally pull it out and drop them in.
Now for the epic cookout crossover you never knew you needed.
Take a couple slices of our turkey bacon, lay it down on the cutting board. Now, it's time to lay down the dog. So we're just gonna roll each dog up in a slice of turkey bacon and then secure it with a couple toothpicks. Super easy. Grab a fresh liner for our air fryer. And we're literally just gonna pop each one in, air fry it to make it crispy, and add our toppings. I mean, it's really as simple as that. 4th of July, you shouldn't be in your kitchen all day. You should be out enjoying yourself, having fun. Now, for what it's worth, you don't have to do these in the air fryer if you're outside grilling with friends and family. You can totally do these on a barbecue. Now, if you are going to do these in the air fryer, 400 degrees, 12 minutes, perfect. And one nice thing about these toothpicks is that you can touch these and they're not gonna burn the shit out of your fingers. Look at how crispy. Now, there's honestly not much left to do here, but build our dog. We're gonna lay down a couple of regular old hot dog buns. You don't need to buy any sort of fancy kind. These are just the store brand from Walmart and they work just fine for me. On toothpick, add each dog down. Now we're gonna add the hamburger aspects. So we're gonna take 4 slices of fat-free cheese. I just got the store brand again. Now to really lay this on top, all we're gonna do is just roll them out, quick slice down the middle, and the heat from these dogs is gonna melt these cheese slices just like a regular old burger off the grill. I really felt like loading my protein up, so I'm going 2 slices per dog. Even on 4th of July, we're hitting our macros. As you can tell by now watching this series, there really is no such thing as cheat meals with me. Not really, because every meal is basically the same. I'm eating stuff that I like, but I'm doing what I can to make it serve my fitness goals and not the other way around. I don't like living on one extreme or the other, eating super clean 5 days a week and then going all out and getting every possible fix you can think of on the weekend. It's better to make every meal feel indulgent and feel, dare I say, special. We're gonna sprinkle on some shredded lettuce, a little bit of thin sliced Roma tomato. Figure 3 slices per dog, good amount. And finish off with a little ketchup, a little yellow mustard, and of course it wouldn't be a true burger without pickles. They are extremely messy, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Whether you're craving a cheeseburger or a hot dog, with this recipe you can have both. Finally, satisfy your sweet tooth with a high-protein slice of Americana.
First, let's make our high-protein pie crust, which is a variation on the high-protein dough that we've used before. We're gonna grab our bowl, a cup of our good old self-rising flour. I have my food scale zeroed out. It's 120 grams, so I'm just gonna pour until it says 120. It ain't rocket science, folks. 2 scoops of our collagen protein. I've gotten asked this a lot before. Do you have to use collagen protein? No, you can use vanilla. You can use just plain clear. The reason I like using collagen protein is that because of its texture, it's kind of sticky. It acts as a natural bonding agent, so it's really good for dough, baked goods, things like that. I've found that actual whey isolate protein, it tends to dry it out in the oven, so I think you're better off going with the collagen. Question: which type of protein is best?
That's a ridiculous question.
False. Complete proteins.
Well, that's debatable. There are basically 2 schools of thought.
When looking for a protein source, you want to go for what are known as complete proteins, which means they contain all the essential amino acids that we can't produce normally. We need to get them from food. Now, there's good news and there's bad news. The good news is that virtually any animal-based protein is going to be a complete protein. If you're a vegan, well, that's the bad news. That's not to say you can't get all your essential amino acids from non-animal based proteins. You just have to be a little more methodical about it. And if you're looking for a protein supplement, any good whey isolate will get the job done. We're gonna sweeten the pot, so to speak, with a tablespoon of our Swerve granular sugar. I know I'm always using the monk fruit erythritol sweetener. I just did this to switch it up just for the hell of it. And then we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of our Kirkland grass-fed butter. And then what we're gonna do is slice this into little cubes. It's a little easier to work it in if you slice it into little cubes. Greater surface area, yada yada, something something. Finally, a couple tablespoons of plain old tap water. And then from here, it's literally just as simple as mixing it up and making a dough out of it, or crust, as it were. So it's time to add our pie crust, add our filling, and make our pie. Now I'm gonna be using, this is an 8-inch oven-safe skillet. This actually came from like a pie kit that I don't know, got for Christmas. So we're gonna take about 1/3 of our crust. Then all we're gonna do is just press in to the bottom. Now, if you wanted to make a bigger version of this, say you're having some sort of family gathering, going to a party, you want to bring something, whatever, you could always just double the ingredients and use a full-size skillet and make a just straight up apple pie. This is more of a personal version. Now, I'll be perfectly honest, I was feeling lazy. I'm just gonna be using some good old-fashioned, no sugar added apple pie filling. So 1 cup or 8 ounces is just gonna go right in, and then just do your best with a spoon to kind of smooth it out like so. Now we roll our remaining dough flat and cover it up. Now, if this sticks too much, scrape it off with a knife or a bench scraper, which is what I'm gonna do, because when this gets really thin, it gets really delicate. Now to stretch this over. Now finally, we're gonna cut our classic slit in the top, and this is ready to get baked. Now we've got our oven at 375, so 20 minutes is gonna get you that nice golden brown that you're looking for. Stop worrying about meal timing. There are way too many guys out there operating on this outdated notion that if I eat small meals every 3 hours, it'll boost my metabolism. That is completely not true. It's been disproven. At the end of the day, the only meal timing that matters is the meal timing that works for you. Also, forget that stupid rule about no food after 8 p.m. This isn't Gremlins. Now, when I said this was gonna get you that perfect golden brown, I was not kidding. I mean, this thing is like, oh my gosh. You know the whole personal pizza thing? Well, this is your own personal pie. Now, unfortunately, I don't have one of those pie slicers, cutters, so we're gonna have to do this with just a knife that I have. Let's slice this up and let's have a piece. Can't have a pie without Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip.
Make sure to like and subscribe for a new episode every week and have a happy 4th of July.